Hey everyone! Humans are predictable. If people start hunting a creature, then 100 or 200 years later, the animal will be in danger of extinction. Nevertheless, there is still some places on Earth that haven't been damaged by humans. One of them is the South Pacific. There are plenty of fish. Here is like an underwater paradise. Hundreds of tons of fish roam around here in the vast ocean. But unfortunately, some international fishing companies are causing serious damage to sharks, tuna, and other inhabitants of this place. But actually it is possible to fish without putting the ocean at risk? Yes, fishing with a rod. At first glance you might think that this technique won't give you a large catch. But it can be incredibly effective if done by professional fishermen. They use handheld poles to catch the fish. It is a solid reelless pole with a short line attached to the end with a baited or lead hook that can easily release the fish for quick turnaround time. When fishermen find a tuna is cool, they will use a form of bait to coax them to the surface and begin fishing from the boat. When the fish bite, they will manually bring them out of the water and release them on the boat before quickly returning to the water to continue fishing. This type of tuna fishing targets only the subject species and results in the least amount of bycatch. Hello everyone. If you ever take a short vacation from your daily life to a lonely, wild forest to spend some time with the nature you love, you may expect to see some creepy things out there, but not a traffic jam that is stacked here for more than some decades. Yep, it's true. These spooky apocalyptic images are not a scene from Walking Dead. They were actually taken one of the biggest car cemeteries in the world, the Châtillon Car Graveyard, Belgium. Right in the middle of a small forest near Châtillon, a little village in southern Belgium, is a graveyard of abandoned and beautiful rusty cars. These cars once belonged to US soldiers who were stationed in this region. It's not known how they managed to acquire these beauties in the middle of the war. When the World War II ended, all the military troops were sent back to the US, but the cost of having all those cars shipped was way too expensive. The ranking officers decided to leave all the cars in Belgium. The cars were driven up a hill one by one, nicely parked and somehow hidden from the outside world. As creepy as the car Charion graveyard appeared, the true story behind the car cemetery's origin makes it all the more intriguing. In fact, the real story behind these abandoned cars remains a complete mystery. That's not to say there are not stories that tell of the car graveyard's earliest days. One legend claims that the sea of the rusted, dented and bashed up automobiles once belonged to US soldiers. After finishing up the end of the World War II overseas, it was time for them to come home. While they were joyfully packing up to leave, the soldiers realized that they could not bring their vehicles back home. At one point there were 4 car graveyards in Charion with as many as 500 retro vehicles. Unfortunately, most of the cars were stolen or removed by the locals, and due to environmental issues, the whole graveyard was cleared in the year of 2010.